rise.
Please be seated. Good evening. This is the 11 p.m. initial appearance hearing calendar for March 6, 2026. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this hearing is for a very specific purpose. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what your release conditions are, and any bond amount required. I will not read all your release conditions to each of you. That is your responsibility. They are printed out on your documents to review. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you. This hearing is being recorded and broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and your date of birth. Because the hearing is being streamed live, there may be victims watching this hearing, so I will read the victim rights advisement, and then we will begin with the hearing. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law, that among others include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or defendant's attorney. To be heard before this court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll now start the hearings. I'll call you in one at a time. When it's your turn, please come to the podium in the center of the room and speak into the microphone. I will call a second person's name. Please have a seat in the chair right by the door so we can move quickly. Once in a while, I may need to pause the hearing to handle a warrant, so please do not enter the hearing room unless you have been called. All the information that I'm about to share with you is written out on your documents, including dates, times, phone numbers, so you will have that to review after you leave the hearing room. We'll begin with Michael Campbell. Please come to the podium. And then after that, Nathan Michelson. Have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Michael Campbell, January 25th, 1999.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It is alleged you may have committed illegal control of an enterprise, which is a Class 2 felony, fraudulent schemes, which is a Class 2 felony, and then theft of property, which is a Class 2 felony. Based on the law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing will be no attorney has been appointed to assist you because there was not a finding of indigency. So it looks like you can afford your own attorney. Are you able to hire an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So you are not considered indigent unless you provide proof to the court or at least testimony to the court, and then an attorney could be appointed for you. Okay. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 12th, and it's at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release, but it is under a cash-only appearance bond of $250,000 with electronic monitoring. If you're able to post the bond, you're not to have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants, or your co-defendants. You're not to use the internet except for your legal cases. You shouldn't have any weapons, don't have any drugs without a valid prescription, and do not leave the state of Arizona without written permission from the court. If you're not able to post the bond, you will stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. The no victim contact order does still apply if you are still in custody. Please take your paperwork, sir. Nathan Michelson, please come to the podium. Jeremiah Medoc, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Nathan Michelson, 1/13/88.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It is alleged that you may have committed one count of having dangerous drugs in your possession for sale. That's a Class 2 felony. One count possession of a weapon during a drug offense. That's a Class 4 felony. One count having dangerous drugs just in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony. One count drug paraphernalia is a Class 6 felony. And then the following are misdemeanors: driving without a valid license, carrying a deadly weapon and not admitting it, and then having an open container of liquor in your vehicle. So the court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. You're eligible for release under a cash-only bond of $150,000. If you're able to post the bond, make sure you go to your next hearing. Make sure you don't have any weapons on your person and no drugs without a valid prescription. If you're not able to post the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork, sir. And then we'll need to pause for just one moment. Okay, we will resume with Jeremiah Medoc. Please come to the podium. And then Jason Severin, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jeremiah James Medoc, February 20th, 1992.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging endangerment, which is a Class 6 felony. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing will be March 12th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You are eligible for release. It is under a secured appearance bond of $25,000. That means you can use a bail bond company. You would be required to have electronic monitoring, and you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. You're cautioned that if you are to have any contact with the victim, whether you're in or out of custody, it might be considered aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. And so if you were out of custody and that were to happen, you would no longer be eligible for bond. You're also, looks like this was your residence, and so because you're not permitted to reside there any longer, if you do post bond, you are allowed to go back one time with law enforcement escort. It's called a civil standby. So you would need to call the local police first, go with them to collect items like medication, identification, or clothing that you might need between now and your next hearing. They will not resolve property disputes, and it's just a quick in and out. If you do not post bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your next hearing, and then the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork, sir. Jason Severin, please come to the podium. Jaquil Barrett, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jason Severin, 08/06/2001.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging disorderly conduct with a weapon. That's a Class 6 felony. Disorderly conduct fighting and criminal damage, those are alleged as misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release, and it is under a $15,000 secured appearance bond with electronic monitoring. You're not to have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. No drugs, no weapons, no alcohol possessing or consuming it. And if an order against harassment is issued, then you need to be sure to follow it. You may come and go from your own apartment if still permitted to do so by management. So, but you're not to loiter or linger in any common areas, including the patios, hallways, stairwells, parking lots, laundry rooms, recreational areas, and you must not approach any of the victims' apartments, the alleged victims.
Definitely.
Okay. If you're not able to post your bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing, and the next judge may change these orders. Please take your paperwork, sir. Jaquil Barrett, please come to the podium. And then Salvador Sabala, have a seat by the door, please. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jaquil Barrett, May 2nd, 2001.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case. It is alleged you committed aggravated assault, domestic violence, which included impeding breathing. That's a Class 4 felony. Also, disorderly conduct and criminal damage are being alleged as misdemeanors. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. There was a victim impact statement submitted asking for leniency and release. The state's recommendation in your matter asked for $50,000 in bond. So we are going to go down the middle here, considering the victim's views as well as the lethality. So those are two things we have to weigh. So your next hearing will be March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. You are still eligible for release. It will be under a $5,000 secured appearance bond. That means you can use a bail bond company. If you're able to post the bond, you will have electronic monitoring because of the type of allegations that were posed. And then you are still allowed to have contact with the victim because of that victim impact statement. So here is your specific order. You may not reside with an alleged victim unless that alleged victim consents, which at the moment it appears to be so. If an alleged victim does not consent or revokes the consent while the case is pending, you must immediately find an alternative residence and bring proof to your next court date. If that were to happen, one civil standby would be allowed where law enforcement would escort you to get necessary things like medication, identification, or clothing. Do you understand these court's orders?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Will you be able to abide by these court's orders?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you.
Salvador Sabala, please come to the podium. Patricia Hernandez, have a seat by the door, please. Okay. Good evening, sir. Please say your name and date of birth.
Sabala, 1182.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one's a new case. It's alleged you had narcotic drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia. That's a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix, and that's on March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a $50 placeholder bond set on these new allegations because you have an older case with higher bond. And so I don't want you to miss your hearing and get a failure to appear. Your older case with the higher bond is a probation violation warrant. It is alleging that you had violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you in that case, and your next hearing is March 13th at 8:30 in the morning, so it's the following day. This one does carry a $750 bond. So together that's $800 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post the bond, sir, make sure you follow the terms and release conditions of your probation. So call your probation officer, go to your 2 hearings. If you're not able to post the bond, that's why I put the placeholder in. You'll be transported to each of your hearings. You won't get a failure to appear.
Okay.
Please take your paperwork, sir.
Okay.
Patricia Hernandez, please come to the podium. Isaiah Day, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Patricia Hernandez, 62593.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here on a probation violation warrant alleging terms 3 and 5 of your probation. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 13th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is under a $250 secured appearance bond. If you can post that bond, call your probation officer, go to your probation hearing. If you're not able to post it, you will stay in custody and be transported to that hearing. Please take your paperwork, ma'am.
Okay, the only reason why I even had the warrant was because I didn't have a place to stay. When I got a hold of my probation officer, I stopped getting a hold of her, but I have a place now. I got an apartment, and so I'm able to, get a hold of her and see her more often now, and the way that I'm supposed to.
Oh, good.
But I won't be able to post the bond. Is there any way that can be brought down or?
Before affirming the bond, I did read through your APETS notes just to see how much contact you've been having with your probation officer and whether or not they had discussed maybe filing a motion to quash or something else. And it doesn't look like that is going on. Instead, they just have notes over and over again about no leads and whereabouts unknown. So they don't have it documented that you've been back in touch with them. So I don't have information.
I just got an apartment though, literally like a week and a half ago.
Okay.
And so now I'm able to, because before I had gotten arrested because I was homeless, and that's part of, I can't be homeless while I'm on probation. But I just got it a week and a half ago.
Okay.
And
so I would highly encourage you that when you have this type of situation again, that you call in right away so that they can make a note of that. Because right now I don't have any way to verify what you're saying to me independently. And so this bond does still stand because the warrant is still valid, and I don't have a way to verify what you're telling me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Isaiah Day, please come to the podium. Irvin Silvar, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Isaiah De Leon Day, February 11th, 1977.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a failing to appear warrant. So I went and looked in your file because it looks like you have been in custody since March 27th of this year.
Yes.
And so the reason why you failed to appear is because you were in custody, but you should have been transported there. So you have an attorney already in your case. Your next hearing now for this matter is March 13th at 8:30 in the morning. I don't see that you're eligible for release yet because there's still some type of hold from McDowell and they're waiting for a page 2. And because I'm concerned that you're not going to be released right away, I put a $50 bond on this for you to make sure you do get transported so you don't get another failure to appear. So that's why it looks like that. And the notes are right there in the release order so that the next judge will see exactly why I did what I did.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm going to put the $50 bond on there just because it doesn't look like they would let you out, and I want to make sure you get transported. Okay?
I appreciate that. I was so worried. Thank you so very much, Your Honor.
Okay, so everything's on your paperwork, and do you have your attorney's phone number?
I do not. I don't even have his name.
Okay.
I know I have to go back to court, I think next month, I believe on the 3rd.
You have a couple of court hearings coming up, but this one for sure is on the 13th of this month. So it looks like for you, let me just look. I think your legal defender is who you have. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Were you representing yourself at some point?
No, I actually seen him yesterday when I went to court, and he said he was going to get it a continuation for 30 days.
Okay. All right. So we can give you an extra page, the yellow page. Do you have any of those? Yes. And they have the regular or the main line phone numbers on there. But I do think that you are assigned to, let me just see if I can find it. Here we go. Okay, so in this case, you have been appointed the Public Defender's Office, Maricopa County Public Defender's Office. So on that paperwork, it will show their phone number, And just get a hold of them and let them know, hey, you were in custody, you didn't mean to fail to appear, now you've got this bond, so you should get transported. But they should help you sort this out, your attorney should.
Thank you so very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Go ahead and take your paperwork, sir. Have a good
You have a
night.
blessed day.
Thank you. All right, and we have one individual left, Irvin Silver. Please come to the podium. And then we have one house call.
Hello.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Irvin Catalan Savar, 07/02/98.
Thank you, sir. So you're here today on an arrest warrant. It is alleged that you may have committed aggravated driving under the influence with a passenger under 15 years old, and that was in June of 2024. So the state has now brought charges against you. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing will be March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. There is a $50 bond on your warrant for this, and I am going to go ahead and affirm that because it looks like you may have a hold from some other city courts on a similar thing. So I want to make sure that if you're still in custody, you get transported to your hearing and you don't get a failure to appear.
Yeah, of course.
So if the city court lets you out and you're able to post this $50 bond, go to your hearing. Or
I could post it. Yeah.
Okay, but don't post it unless you don't have any other holds.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're being held for something else, you need to have that bond to get you transported to your hearing or you'll get a failure to appear.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it looks like it does.
So,
just double check before you pay any bond that you don't have any other holds pending.
Okay. Am I getting released today?
Well, it depends. I believe you might have another city court hold, so you'll want to double check that first. If you don't have any more holds, you can post your bond and be released.
How can I check?
With the detention officers,
okay.
They have a list of other warrants that you might have against you.
Okay.
Okay? All right, please take your paperwork, sir. Jessica Smith is not able to be in the hearing room, and she's here because she's refusing to follow orders. So date of birth 9/28/91. She's got a probation violation warrant alleging 3, 5, and 15. An attorney has been appointed, and her next hearing is March 13th, 8:30 in the morning. She has a $250 bond with the regular conditions and probation, including call her PO within 72 hours. If I will present this information to her as a house call. If there are any changes, they'll be reflected in the written order. It's not my intention to return to this recording, and so the 11 p.m. initial appearance hearing calendar is now in recess until 2 a.m.
All right.
Please be seated. Good morning. This is the 2 a.m. initial appearance calendar for March 7th, 2026. The court's orders for taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of the month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. As you just heard in the recording, this is a very specific type of hearing. I will tell you why you are here, if an attorney has been appointed for you, when and where your next court hearing will be, if you are eligible for release, what the bond amount will be, and any release conditions. I will not read all the release conditions to each of you. That is your responsibility to review, but I may point out a few depending on your case. You're all here today on criminal matters, which means you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do may be held against you, and this hearing is being recorded as well as broadcast live. I will only ask you for your name and for your date of birth. Because this hearing is being live streamed, there may be victims watching the hearing today, and so I will read the victim rights advisement, and then we'll begin with the hearings. If you are the victim of a crime with a case pending before this court, you are advised that you have rights under Arizona law, that among other include the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity, to a speedy trial, to be present at court proceedings, to choose whether or not to be interviewed by the defendant or the defendant's attorney, to be heard before the court makes a decision on release, negotiation of a plea, scheduling and sentencing, and to receive restitution from a person who is convicted of causing you loss. If you have not already been provided with a written statement of all victims' rights, please contact the Victim Services Division of the Prosecutor's Office. We'll now begin the hearings, and I'll call you in one at a time. When it's your turn, please come to the podium in the center of the room and speak into the microphone. I'll call a second person's name. Please have a seat by the door in the chair. That way we can move quickly. Once in a while, I may need to pause the hearing in order to handle a warrant, so please remain seated until you are called into the hearing room. After your hearing, you will be handed some paperwork that has all the most important information on it, the phone numbers, dates, times, locations. So hold on to that paperwork. That will provide you the information that I'm giving you here today as well. We'll begin with Michael Guerrero. Please come to the podium. And then after that will be Kewan Harrington. Please have a seat by the door. So it looks like Michael's already dressed out.
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Please say your name and date.
Michael Guerrero, 1267.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case. It's alleged you may have committed armed robbery with a weapon, which is a Class 2 felony, aggravated robbery, which is a Class 3 felony, regular robbery, which is a Class 4 felony, and then burglary or unlawful entry, also a Class 4 felony. This was on varying dates. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. You are eligible for release. It is under a $100,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post the bond, you'll have electronic monitoring, and you're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victims, witnesses, complainants. If you're not able to post the bond, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Thank you. Kewan Harrington, please come to the podium. Alfonso Rogers, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
K1 Harrington,
And your birthday, sir.
06/04/1993.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. It is alleging robbery, which is a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. There were two victim impact statements as well as state recommendations provided. So this court is going to set your next hearing for March 12th at 8:30 in the morning downtown Phoenix. You are eligible for release, but it is under a secured appearance bond of $20,000. And that is considering your 3 recent violent felony convictions as well as the victim statements. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Your other matter here is a probation case, so you have the same terms and conditions of probation on both. So anytime there's a new alleged criminal activity that does make a term 1 violation, so an attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is March 13th, 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix, for your probation case. On that one, you have a $500 bond. So together, that is $20,500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post it, make sure you call your probation officer and go to your hearings, both of them. If you're not able to post it, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to your 2 hearings. Please take your paperwork, sir. Alfonso Rogers, please come to the podium. Christopher Hughes, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Alfonso Rogers, 06/27/1970.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation violation warrant alleging terms 5 and 15. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is March 13th at 8:30 in the morning. I did notice that you filed a pro per motion to quash on 2/10, and it was docketed on February 18th, but no hearing has been set for that yet.
Because I was waiting.
And so this is still a valid warrant.
Right.
The Form 4 did allege that you were driving and failed to stop, and there was also notes about your medical concerns. So all of those are included going forward. They should be on your paperwork so the judicial officers will be aware. The bond is still $5,500 because that was what the warrant was issued for, and it had not yet been quashed.
Right.
You have your regular terms and conditions of probation. If you're able to post it, call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. If you're not able to post it, you will stay in custody and be transported to your next hearing.
But that's the problem, is my probation officer.
Well, you have a different one now. So the one that you have listed in your motion is not the one who is updating your notes now.
I have a different probation officer now? Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
please take your paperwork, sir. Christopher Hughes, please come to the podium. Brandy Saunders, have a seat by the door. Christopher Hughes is in a black, black hoodie.
Saunders? Good morning, Your Honor.
Please say your name and date of birth.
Christopher Hughes, September 11th, 1986.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. That's a Class 4 felony. Disorderly conduct with that weapon, which is a Class 6 felony. Endangerment, which is a Class 6 felony. And then threatening, which is a misdemeanor. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. You're eligible for release under a $2,500 secured appearance bond with an electronic monitoring device. Do not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. And don't have that contact whether you're in custody or out of custody, or it might be considered aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. You are cautioned not to have any weapons, ammunition, simulated weapons, BB guns, pellet guns, replicas of weapons, or reside or knowingly be present where there are weapons while this case is pending.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good morning.
Brandy Saunders, please come to the podium. Jordan Andrews, have a seat by the door. Jordan Andrews. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Brandy Rose Saunders, Senior 18th, 2002.
Thank you. You're here today on probation violation warrants. It is alleged that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearings, because you have 2 of them, are downtown Phoenix, March 13th, 8:30 in the morning. On one of your probation warrants, the bond is set at $400. The other one was $150, so that's $550 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post it, call your probation officer, go to your hearing. If you're not able to post it, you will stay in custody and be transported to your hearings. Please take your paperwork, ma'am. Jordan Andrews, please come to the podium. Douglas Lyndhurst, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Jordan Andrews, August 27, 1987.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two matters. The first one is a new case. It is alleged you had dangerous drugs in your possession and drug paraphernalia. That's a Class 4 and a Class 6 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 12th at 8:30 in the morning. There's a $50 placeholder bond set because there's a higher bond in your other matter, and just to make sure you don't get a failing to appear in case you can't bond out, that's why that's being set. Your other matter here today is an arrest warrant, and it comes from allegations, the same ones, dangerous drugs in your possession and drug paraphernalia, but from June of last year, June of 2025. So the state has now brought charges against you. An attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 12th at 8:30 in the morning, and this one carries a $500 bond. So it's $550 secured appearance bond. If you're able to post that, make sure you go to both sets of your hearings. If you're not able to post it, you'll stay in custody and be transported to those hearings. Please take your paperwork, sir. Douglas Lyndhurst, please come to the podium. Moniece Lewis, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Douglas Lee Lyndhurst Jr., June 14th, 1983.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on two probation violation warrants. It is alleged you violated terms 1, 5, and 7 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing in both of your cases is March 13th at 8:30 in the morning, downtown Phoenix. On each of your cases, it does carry bond. It's $250 each, so that's $500 total. If you're able to post your bond, make sure you call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. If you're not able to post your bond or you're being held for something else, you'll be transported to your hearings. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Is there any way I can do pre-trial services? For like an ankle monitoring or something? I do have a job outside that I am on the verge of losing right now, so I'm trying to actually make it back to work.
Do you still have a Glendale case that you're waiting to go see Glendale Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're still waiting to go see Glendale?
Yeah, on Tuesday.
Oh, you're going to see them today?
No, on Tuesday.
Tuesday. So it looks like you have, that was one reason why I affirmed the bonds that were set, is because you had this new case out of Glendale. And it doesn't look like the probation officer has been very successful in contacting you through the last month. And that might be their situation, not yours, but every time they've tried to contact you, they weren't able to.
She's been able to. I've kept in contact with her.
Okay, I'll look at your case one more time. Where are you working right now, sir?
Romanelli's.
Romanati's?
Oh yeah, it's an Italian deli.
Okay. I'll look through your notes one more time, so if you'll just have a seat, you'll need to wait to the end. I'm not sure if it will change, but I will look.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Moniece Lewis, please come to the podium. Tabitha Thebes, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Moniece Naya Lewis, 11/9/93.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on two matters. They're both probation violation warrants. On one of them, it's alleged you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 15. The other one also has a violation of term 12. So an attorney has been appointed for you in both matters, and your next hearing will be downtown Phoenix on March 13th, 8:30 in the morning. One of them carries a $250 bond. The other one carries a $50 bond. So together, that's $300 secured appearance
Is there
bond.
any way I could get like an ankle bracelet? Because I just barely started a job and like trying to get my life back together. And I just don't want to get too messed up.
Okay, and I understand that. Let me just see if I have notes for you that I can review. Okay, I did review your notes. And on this case, I'm going to affirm these Yeah, I'm going to affirm these warrants. So no, an ankle monitor would not be appropriate based on how you were arrested in the notes from your probation officer. These warrants are going to stay. Okay, please take your paperwork, ma'am. We're going to need to pause for just one moment. A moment. Okay, thanks for your patience. We'll resume. Tabitha Thieps, please come to the podium, and then Ruben Torrado, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Tabitha Heather Rivera-Tevez, July 23rd, 1997.
Thank you, ma'am. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. It is alleging shoplifting, 2 different ways, drug paraphernalia, and not appearing as promised. An attorney will be appointed to assist you in the matter of bond. This is out of El Mirage Municipal Court. Your next hearing is March 16th at 10 in the morning, and your bond is set at $200. And the reason why it's being affirmed is because there is multiple failures to appear. And so this time, hopefully you will go, and if you can't afford the bond, you'll stay in custody and you'll be transported to that hearing and be able to deal with this at El Mirage Municipal Court. If you are able to post the bond, the phone number for El Mirage is also included for you, so you can call ahead and be prepared so that you can take care of this warrant and not have them keep coming after you.
Well, I was already in custody when my court date passed.
So now you'll have bond, so if you're still in custody, it'll make sure that you get there.
Yeah.
All right, please take your paperwork, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ruben Torrado, please come to the podium. Aaron Casillas, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Ruben Torrado, August 1st, 1993.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. It's alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. An attorney has been appointed to assist you, and your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 13th at 8:30 in the morning. You do have bond of $150. If you're able to post that bond, call your probation officer within 72 hours and go to your hearing. If you're not, you'll stay in custody and be transported to your hearing. Please take your paperwork, sir. Aaron Casillas, please come to the podium. And then Angelo Del Castillo, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Aaron Cross Casillas, January 21st, 2001.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a municipal court warrant alleging disorderly conduct or fighting. An attorney has been appointed for you at your next hearing, and it will be at the Surprise Municipal Court on March 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon. You are eligible for bond. It is a $50 bond. Let me just see if you had, I believe you are already in custody for something else, and so to make sure you get sent to that hearing, the $50 bond is set. If you're able to be out of custody, make sure you take yourself to that hearing. The information is all on your paperwork.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please take your paperwork. Angelo Del Castillo, please come to the podium. Mark Velez, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Angelo Del Castillo, 11/19/04.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new municipal court case alleging disorderly conduct as well as assault. These are both being alleged as misdemeanors, but as domestic violence. So an attorney has been appointed to assist you. Your next hearing will be at the Surprise Municipal Court on March 31st. That'll be at 1:30 in the afternoon. You are being released today on your promise to go to the hearing, but also your promise to follow the release conditions. The release conditions include that you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have any contact with the alleged victim, witnesses, or complainants. Do not possess weapons, possess or consume alcohol, or any illegal drugs while this case is pending. If an order of protection is issued against you, be sure to comply with that court order. You may not reside at the same location as the alleged victim, and so you may have what's called a civil standby, which means you can call law enforcement to escort you there. Don't meet them there. Have them escort you there to retrieve necessary things like medication, identification, or clothing you might need between now and your hearing on the 31st.
Okay.
They will not resolve property disputes. It's just a quick in and out to get necessities.
Okay.
You are cautioned that if you were to have continued contact with these alleged victims, it might be considered aggravated harassment, and that's a Class 6 felony. And just so you're very clear, the victims in this case are your mother, sister, and the brother who were at the residence at the time of the alleged altercation. Okay?
Yeah.
Please take your paperwork, sir. Mark Velas, please come to the podium. Raymond Dorsey, have a seat by the door. Please say your name and date of birth.
Mark Velez, 12/1904.
Thank you, sir. You're here on a new case alleging that you had dangerous drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony. This court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is going to be downtown Phoenix on March 23rd at 8:30 in the morning, and you're going to be released today on your promise that you will go to that hearing. Do you promise, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Please take your paperwork. Raymond Dorsey, please come to the podium, and then I'll go back to Douglas Lyndhurst. Please say your name and your date of birth.
Raymond Dorsey. I'm sorry, I just woke up. Date of birth, 11/19/1988.
Thank you, sir. You're here today on a new case alleging you had dangerous drugs in your possession. That's a Class 4 felony. That you attempted to take contraband into a correctional facility. That's a Class 5 felony. And that you had drug paraphernalia. That's a Class 6 felony. Based on the law enforcement report, this court did find probable cause and appointed an attorney to assist you. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on March 23rd at 8:30 in the morning, but you are going to be released today on your promise to go to that hearing. Make sure you go to the hearing, sir, or they will issue a warrant for your arrest that does carry bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please take your paperwork, sir.
Thank you. I do have a question. Okay.
Okay, come back. It'll take a few hours for you to be released.
Okay, thank you.
Is that your question? Okay.
No, it's just because recently, like, I've been stopped before, and the officers let me know that, like, I had a Mason warrant, but it was a misdemeanor, and it was like non-extraditable or whatever it is. But the officers that arrested me took me in because of the Mason warrant.
Oh.
So, and it was just, I didn't know.
So you're wondering what happened to your other warrant?
Yeah.
You know, I don't see it listed. So actually, there is a Mesa warrant out there for a failure to appear.
Yeah.
So they may have a hold on you, and if that's the case, then you'll get transferred over to see someone else.
Okay.
So that warrant, it does say is a $500 warrant. I'm not sure if they're going to impose that or not. I don't have control on that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Douglas. Okay. Mr. Douglas Lyndhurst, please come back to the podium. All right, thank you for your patience. So I did review the notes. I reviewed both the APETS notes as well as the page 2s, meaning you were already in custody when these warrants were served on you and you were rearrested, and that's why you're here now. It looks like when you were arrested initially, though, it was because of some pretty serious allegations. I don't know if they're going to bring the charges or not, but based on that and the other information in the warrants, I am going to go ahead and uphold these warrants today, sir. So I appreciate your patience, but they are going to stand. So it's $500 total. If you're able to post it, make sure you go to your hearings and continue to follow the terms and conditions of your probation. If you're not able to post it, you will stay in custody and be transported to your next hearings. They are on March 13th. Please take your paperwork, sir.
Yep, thank you, Your Honor.
This was our last matter today for the 2 a.m. initial appearance hearing calendar, so at this time it is in recess until 5 a.m.